Right, we've talked about this. I spend way too much time on YouTube watching guitar videos and guitar gear videos. I'm sorry, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not the worst thing I could be doing with my time. I mean, I could be watching Eurovision. Anyway, I saw this video the other day by a channel favourite, KDH. Glenn wasn't in this one, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, it's basically KDH talking about Tonewood. So, what happened was, Paul Reed Smith from Paul Reed Smith Guitars was banging on about Tonewood again. That dude loves his Tonewood. Paul has even got a Tonewood library. I have the mind of a child. Anyway, so Paul Reed Smith of Smith basically stood in front of a bunch of people and said Tonewood is a thing, that it's real. And if you don't agree with him, you must live in your mum's basement. That was essentially the crux of his whole argument. Now, for those of you who don't know about this Tonewood argument, it goes something like this. The wood that your guitar is made out of affects how your guitar sounds. Now, we're talking about electric guitars here, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that the kind of wood an acoustic guitar is made out of does actually affect how it sounds. Because that's all there is. It's some wood and some strings. Of course it's going to affect the sound. I mean, you don't get a Taylor or a Martin made out of MDF or plywood. I think cheaper acoustics are made out of pine and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's the shape, because Emerald, this really cool guitar maker in Ireland, they make guitars out of carbon fibre, and they sound epic.
This guitar simply looks and sounds amazing. I received it a couple of months ago and it has quickly become one of my favorite guitars.
Right, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole. We're talking about electric guitars here. I don't even own an acoustic guitar, so I'm not really the guy to be talking about acoustics. Anyway, so Tonewood and electric guitars. I'm going to do what nobody in the history of YouTube has ever done. Ever in the history of YouTube, and I'm going to settle the Tonewood debate once and for all using logic. Before I do, a word from today's sponsor. Hi, I'm Andy from Guitar Stuff Studio. Look, I've got this website, right? And for just £1, you could win an Ed Sheeran Looper pedal, or a Chapman Gold Top guitar, or an Ed Sheeran guitar, or one of these effects pedals, or all of it for like, I don't know, £10 or something. Anyway, just buy some tickets. Head on over to www.guitarstuffstudio.com. There's a lot of tickets left, which means you've got a better chance of actually winning one of these amazing prizes. So head on over www.guitarstuffstudio.com. Link in the description. Just go, just do it, and you'll be in with a chance of winning some cool stuff. T's and C's apply. Only available for residents of the UK. Sorry about that, everyone everywhere else. Anyway, back to the video. He's cool. What a guy. Anyway, Tonewood. So, the argument goes like, I don't know, a rosewood body sounds different to an alder body, or a mahogany body sounds better than a maple body. I mean, it's all subjective, of course. And to a point, I do agree that the wood that your electric guitar is made out of can affect the sound, but not for the reason that you're thinking. If you're really comfortable, you know, like your guitar is a comfy weight, then I think you'll play it better. You'll play better, ergo, you'll sound better. I mean, I play better on a maple fretboard, I just do, that's just me. So, do maple fretboards sound better than a rosewood fretboard? Well, they might do, but not for me. But come on, man, there's so many things that can affect the sound on your electric guitar other than the wood that it's made out of. For instance, the strings, the bridge, the nut, the pickups, the way your guitar's wired, your cable that attaches your guitar to your rig, your pedals or your processor, your amp, your speaker, the bit of wood that the speaker sits inside, You see what I did there? I went further away from the guitar as I went on, right up to the very last thing that affects your tone, which is the speaker in the housing. So here I go. Right, are you ready? This is where I put the argument to bed for once and for all. Just imagine I have two guitars, let's say Telecasters, very basic guitars, about as basic as you can get with an electric guitar. So on both these Telecasters, I've got the same fretboard, I've got the same frets, the same nut, the same strings, the same pickups, the same tuners. They've been wired exactly the same. They are being played through the same cable, into the same pedal, with the same settings on that pedal, into the same amp head, and coming out of the same speakers that are in the same housings. But one guitar has an alder body and the other has a maple body. Are you telling me, can you honestly sit there right now and tell me that the tone will be noticeably different between these two guitars? It won't. I can plug two completely different guitars into my rig in the rehearsal room and the difference is negligible. My Jackson and my Ibanez, for instance. I mean, I can tell the difference between my Tele and my Strat, but they are completely different guitars. So, there you go, myth busted. For transparency, I will admit that I'm a very mediocre guitar player at best, and I have tinnitus and arthritis in my fingers. But there are so many different things that affect the guitar other than the wood. There's too many things on a guitar, you know, for the wood to make a difference. Now, I would argue that a good guitar player can make any guitar sound good. I mean, I've seen that Birth guy play a Squire in front of, I don't know, 50,000 people, and they didn't know the difference. So there. And then you've got Leo Fender, the father of electric guitar. Or is that Les Paul? I don't know. Maybe the uncle, the pappy. I don't know. He was pretty important. Anyway, even Leo Fender said the wood didn't matter. Look, I get where Paul Reed Smith of Reed is coming from. He's got guitars to sell. And I mean, they are badass looking guitars. They look awesome. Personally, I don't like playing them. But that's just me. I prefer a thinner neck. But his guitars, some of them are works of art. They look awesome and the craftsmanship that goes into them, they're well made. And if they're your kind of thing, then they're worth every penny. But the argument, if you don't think that the wood affects the tone to a massive degree, then you must live in your mum's basement, it's a chicken shit argument. I don't agree with Paul, and I don't have a mum, and I don't have a basement. I live in a flat. So there. I'll leave a link to KDH's video. He breaks it down pretty well, and you can see Paul, I don't know, it's if anything, KDH goes way too easy on Paul Reed Smith. I thought Paul Reed Smith was being a massive weapon the way he was talking. But, like I say, I know he's got guitars to sell and stuff, but there's no need to be a helmet about it, right? Because now I don't like Reed Paul Smith very much, and it's very unlikely that I ever will buy one of his guitars, no matter how cool they look. And besides, I'm not a lawyer or a dentist. Anyway, Tonewood doesn't matter as much as the makers of these guitars with wood libraries would like you to think. There, I said it. And I've put forth perfectly good reasoning. Jump in the comments and argue all you want. I would love to hear everyone else's take on this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for God's sake, buy some tickets from my website to win some guitars. I'm running out of time and I'm going to be stuck with... I'm going to have to give these guitars away for nothing. Anyway, I need you to buy tickets. Take it easy. Thanks again. Peace out.